mute yourself? You too, Mary.
Can you hear me?
Right. Yeah, I can hear you again, Christopher. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Are you going to do a pay it forward
Yes.
video for both CoopB and CoopC?
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, it's kind of interesting that you brought that up because we've already programmed it, so it is already in place, and it's beautiful. And here's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll show you on a dashboard in a second. As a matter of fact, it's a great question, Chris. So I'm actually gonna log into a dashboard now and show you how it is, because it is a beautiful thing. And it works in both CoopC and CoopB. All right, so here's how you check to see if you want to pay it forward. So you go to your profile, and as you see down here, you have a bunch of different things that you want to tick off. As a matter of fact, I know that this person wants that turned on. So right now, for all new CoopC members, these are all turned on. So it'll automatically renew you in the C12. It'll automatically upgrade you in the C28 if you're not there, and it'll automatically renew you out of your wallet if you are already in, and the same for your C28 280. So that is the automatic renewal. So if you want to renew, and then if you look on the next line, so I'm going to turn these all on. So you see the pay it forward wasn't turned on. That meant that if she invited somebody and they purchased 3 tokens, even though she has funds in her dashboard, the person that she invited would not get the pay it forward. But when it's turned on, which is it's a beautiful thing because it's all automated, right? So it's not like we have to, say, okay, well, be in front of our computer 24/7. If I'm talking to Christopher and Christopher says, David, this sounds pretty good. And I say, Christopher, listen, we've got a pay it forward strategy that works fantastic. If you buy 3 tokens, as soon as you do, the computer automatically pays it forward 1 token for you. So we don't have to do this manually if we have this turned on. And if we have this turned on, and if we have this turned on, if somebody goes and buys 3 tokens so that they can pay it forward to their friends, it happens automatically. Christopher, just before I stop sharing my screen, and I know you're driving, so you might have missed it, but did it make sense to you?
Let me confirm, just to make sure I'm understanding. So if I have it turned on, the pay it forward, and then someone registers and purchases 3 tokens, then they automatically are it's paid forward to them 1 token. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and it happens as long as you either have money in your dashboard to pay that token, or you have tokens to pay it forward. If that happens, it does it automatically for you.
Okay, that's great. Excellent.
Yeah. And here's another beautiful thing about that is that, like I say, so number one, if you're busy with it and you're inviting several people, and you've invited 10 people, you don't want to have to be running back to your computer every time after you invite those, after everyone registers, to pay it forward, because it's time consuming. So we've automated that, and we've done it. If somebody buys 3 tokens in the C12, boom, a token is automatically sent. If somebody buys 3 tokens in the C28, boom, it's automatically sent. If somebody buys 3 tokens in the C280, boom, it's automatically sent. And just before I leave this screen, I have to emphasize and stress the importance of leaving these auto renews on. And I'm not trying to scare you into leaving it on, but it's going to sound like that's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to scare you into making sure that you don't miss money, right? Because, you might have a strategy. Let's say that you've invited 10 people, right? personally invited 10 people. You might have a strategy with those 10 people. And you say, listen, we're all going to move up together. And, you know, with your 10 teammates, that strategy could work. But it could also backfire, and one of those people that you invited upgrades before you, right? And the other thing is that, you know, as you're building your personal team, they are building their personal team, and they are building their personal team. You might have people that are down 5, 10, 15, 20 generations below you, and you don't know it. So if you got all these people that are down, if you've got someone who's down here on your 12th level, for example, and no one between you and them has turned on their C28, but this person says, man, I love this. I want to get started in that C28 right now. And they turn it on, boom. They are going over those 12, those 11 people between you and them, and they are landing in your cooperative because they're part of your team, right? So even though you didn't invite that person, you get the benefit. Now, that is one reason why you want to have that C28 and or the be in the C28 and or be in the C280. Another reason is, and by the way, folks, what I'm about to tell you is a regular occurrence in co-op, and that is spillover. It happens all the time. It happens every day. But don't register because you think you are going to get spillover, because there's no guarantees that you will. The only guarantee that you're going to be successful in co-op is by completing the 3 simple doable steps. Register, invite 3 or more, teach duplication, right? So that is your surefire process to success. Now, if you're already in those higher levels, well, you can get help from above. People that are part of my team, for example, like they're saying, David, listen, this person is now in my, I see them on my 2nd level. I don't know where they came from. What's going on? Like, how'd that person get there, right? Because, you know, they don't understand exactly how the system works. So, you know, sometimes they think it's broken. They get extra money, and they're kind enough to come and say, hey, listen, David, I got some extra money. I don't know whether I deserved it or not. And they say, you know, this happened. I say, no, that's the way the system works. And they get excited, right? So, you know, you can get excited when you see that spillover happening. Here's another way of looking at it. You see, each one of these, this C12 is an income stream. This C28 is an income stream. This C280 is an income stream. If you're in it, then you can possibly be generating an income, which is great, right? Like, I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is great to be receiving an income. Now, many of you came in and you just came in at the C12. Well, let me ask you something. If you upgrade to that C28, and now you're on the C12 and you're at the C28, it means that you have the possibility and probability that you're going to start making money in that C28, especially when we start getting humming, because we haven't even started our marketing yet. So there's a possibility you could start making money. There's also a possibility that in 28 days, absolutely nothing's happened. So let me ask you something. What is the risk of getting into that C28 right now? Well, it's $1 a day, right? So at the end of 28 days, if nothing's happened because you haven't done anything and you haven't got spillover and people that are in your downline haven't moved up, what's the worst that can happen? Well, you got to pay that $28 again. Now, let me ask you something. The possibility of a staggering income that is unpredictable, because you don't know whether that income is going to come from help from above. You don't know whether it's going to come from below. You don't know where it's going to come from. It is great to be in there for an extra $1 a day. So if nothing has happened in your first 28 days, don't sweat it. Now, there is a more possibility that something is going to happen. So many of you right now have been quite busy with it in your C12. And when I look in the dashboards, I can see that a lot of you haven't gone up to that C28 yet. If you look in your dashboard and you see that you got a $2.50 royalty and you don't know where it came from, well, I'm going to tell you, well, it does say where it came from, actually. I'm going to tell you where it came from. It came from because somebody that you invited already moved up to C28 and you're not there yet. You see, even if you're not in C28, you still get that 25% because that's the way I built this system. It's fair. I want you to win, not, so I want you to win. So now you got that, now you know that someone has gone to the higher level and you haven't. For most people, it means that, if somebody's gone to a higher level in other businesses, it means, well, you're SOL. You're not going to get anything. But in co-op, you get that 25%. And when you move up into that 28, it's not the end of the world either. Sure, that person is in somebody else's cooperative, but when you're qualified, you're going to get those bonuses. Now let's take it a step further and we look at that C280. If you're in all three cooperatives, it means that your maximum, and you have to understand this because some people look at things from I believe, an incorrect perspective. This is your business. And as your business, you want to be working your business. So if you're on all three levels, then it means that you have a monthly out of pocket of $320. Let me ask you something. Do you know of any other business that has such potential and your monthly expense is $320? No. So that is your maximum monthly expense. So you should look at it as a business expense. Now, most people want to get their business so that it's in profit. I know I want to get my business so that it's in profit as quickly as possible. Now, think about if you opened up a restaurant. You spend tens of thousands of dollars opening up that restaurant. You got significant monthly overhead. You got to get a lot of customers. How long is it going to take you to break even? Think about some of the other home-based businesses that you joined. How long is it going to take you to get to break even? In this particular one, if you invite somebody, you are 1/3 of the way to being in profit. And if you invite 3 people, you are now in profit. And now your business is carrying itself. So if you want to look at it from a business perspective and a perspective of being here long term, then say, okay, it's going to cost me $320. If I want to reduce that $320, I'm going to invite one person. When I invite one person, I'm going to receive about $125 on all 3 levels. And if I invite 2 people, well, now I'm at $250. Now my business expense is only $70. And if I invite 3 people, well, now I'm over $300 and now I have no business expense. So that's the proper way of looking at this. And you're giving yourself maximum opportunity to receive maximum royalties. Now I'm going to show you something here so that it completely, so I can completely illustrate exactly what I'm, and by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen this. They're going to change it so that it's color. So if you want to know how the comp plan works, it's right here. Most people didn't know that we had this on the front page, but it's all right here. All right. So if you want to know how we're doing stuff, click on how it works. Now let me go over here to Co-op Build Dashboard. All right. So the Co-op Build Dashboard, it includes all your team that are in co-ops that are in co-op, right? It includes your teammates from Co-op B. It includes your teammates from Co-op C. It includes your teammates from Co-op 50/50. So it has your whole team in there because as we build out more and more systems, you want to know who's part of your team and who's not part of your team. That's why, as you can see here, how, this person they've done quite well. Now, if I go over here, for example, I'm going to go to the cooperative and I will click on the C12. So this particular person, they've got 187 people that are in their cooperative. It goes all the way down to their 6th level. As a matter of fact, they had 57 people that are on their 6th level. Now, to illustrate exactly what I'm talking about is that this is you, right? You're actually over here. These are your first 3 people. These are your next people. These are your next people. And, like I was saying, you can control to a certain extent, how you're going to move to the higher levels with your team. But you can't control what this person's thinking or what this person's thinking. And if none of these people are in the C28 and somebody from this level activates, it means that nobody here is getting that benefit. It's going to the person above. Right? Now let's look at it from another perspective, which I believe is a more practical perspective. If you're now in the C28 and any of these people that are part of your team want to also get in the C28, when they come in, they're going to fall in under you, creating an income for you. Did you invite this person who's down here on your 6th level? No, but right now in your C12, you're getting a royalty from that person who is in your 6th level. That's a good thing, right? So it's super, super cool. Now, if this person comes into the C28, well, guess what? You're going to get a royalty from that person in the C28. Now I want to show you something super powerful. You've heard me talking about the Mobius loop. This Mobius loop, it is not just a fancy name. It is a very, very powerful technology. Look right here. You see, these are the people that are on this person's 1st level in C12. These are the people that are on this person's 1st level in C12. Sorry, on their 2nd level. It's filled, right? And here's a crazy ass thing. This person didn't invite any of these people. This is all spillover, right? Because the only people that you invite, it's when their registration key. So this is all spillover for this particular individual. So this particular individual is very, very happy. Now look at these names here. These are people that are in it. You see this? The names are the same. So the same people who you invite to C12, they can follow you to C28 and they can follow you to C280. So it may be the same people that are helping you to receive an income on all levels, right? And you see over here, this is going down 6 generations. This person now, so in 6 generations, this person has 187 people. And as I just pointed out, a lot of it is because of spillover. And if you go over here, it's the same people that are in the first 6 levels, but now it goes down 10 levels and they got 2,680 people there. It's the same people, just more money, not more work. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. Elton, I'm going to call out to you right now because I want to ask you a question, if you don't mind. Did I explain the benefits of being on all the levels and how the Mobius loop has your teammates following you and how you could make more money without more work clearly?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.